Hi Crypt Dwellers, and welcome to this week's edition of Cosplay Corner. My name's Alice Sunshine, and for the occasion today I actually decided to wear my dreadlocks. These aren't real, they're actually fastened with a ponytail in the back, and usually I'd have like a scarf over top of them to hide my normal natural colored hair. I use these for a LARPing character named Avern Darkwood, and I actually LARP with a company called Nero Canada. I haven't gotten into it as much as I'd like to, but this coming season I'm going to be having a lot of things to update you guys on and talk about, and doing a lot of tutorials and things like that as well. So, needless to say, for this week's Cosplay Corner, Meta and I have both chosen two different photographers that do photography for cosplays, obviously. So, I decided to choose a woman named Dana Harper. Now, Dana Harper is really into the community, into the nerd culture, and she's out there. She is a great person. I've met her a couple times, both through conventions and through the Doctor Who Society of Canada. She also works with a company named Geek Girls, and if you guys haven't checked out Geek Girls, geekgirls.com, they're absolutely amazing. Love the girls, love the models, love the photography. They also have a lot of photos of everyday girls like me, and actually I was really excited this year because one of the photos that they took of me and my best friend at the con were actually put onto the website, the Facebook page. So it was really, a proud moment for me. I was really excited about that. So needless to say, we're going to start out by talking about Dana. Dana goes by the tag name The Wandering Dana when she's talking with the Geek Girls, and some of her photography is absolutely all of her photography is absolutely amazing. One of my favorite photos, well, we'll go through that in a second. So I decided to pick my top 8 photos for Dana. Some of the things that I really enjoy about Dana's photography is she really does a great job of lighting. And I don't know if she photoshops it or if it's just natural lighting or what, because there's so many things that you can do with Photoshop these days, but the contrast and the lighting that she's able to get with her photos is amazing, and I absolutely love it. The poses that she gets the girls to do, very subtle in some senses, but in the other senses they're very dramatic at the same time. I like that her photography tells a story as well. The facial expressions, the poses, it all goes really hand in hand. You'll see one of the photos that I actually chose of a character named Pt.2, and it just very tells a story of she's about to pounce on her prey, and you can see that through the photo. I also really enjoy, the fact that she's able to get the little details of the costumes that some photographers wouldn't necessarily get unless you cosplay. And Dana does cosplay, so she kind of has that appreciation for it that we do. Those little badges or those little things that, take you 6 hours and you finally finish it and go, this isn't even like a really significant part of my costume. So it's kind of nice that she's able to do that. Another thing that I really enjoy about her photography as well is that she's able to capture the characters. The way that they're portrayed in the photos really goes hand in hand with the costumes themselves and the characters that the girls are portraying. For instance, like there's 2 separate photos that I'm going to be showing you of Harley Quinn in 2 separate costumes. And one photo is her very bubbly, excitable side that Harley's known for, and then the other side of it is her, depressed, upset, just really, she's almost cracked in her mind side of Harley as well. So those go really hand in hand in the way that she portrays her photography. So, needless to say, here are my top 8 photos for Dana Harper's photography. This is a photo of a Harley Quinn cosplay done by a cosplayer named Makenzie Smith, or Bubbles. I really do enjoy this cosplay because she really had the costume down pat. I did get to meet her at Fan Expo last year, and I actually have a voice clip of her, if I can find it, of her speaking like Harley, and she had it down pat. Not only that, but she is a very energetic person, so it goes really well with the character. That as well, the photo of it, you see that energy to it. You see that happiness. You see that almost psychotic, playfulness to her. And not only that, you do get the background to it, even though, the background has red as well as the costume. It's a different type of red, and then the grayish blue color of the door actually brings out the coloring in the costume as well. So all in all, really good towards the character, and a really nice photo. This is a photo of a character named X23. It's also done by a cosplayer named Freddy Nova. I actually really enjoy Freddy Nova. She's kind of a badass. I actually got my photo taken with her at this past Fan Expo when I dressed as the comedian. And that really kind of resonates with the character as well. She's able to get that badass pose and that, you know, fierceness to it that she naturally has anyways. What I also enjoy about this is actually the background on it. It's very simple in that it's just, you know, a parking garage or just somewhere on the highway, but it also has a very good effect to it because it also does really well with the character being that industrial side of it as well. For my number 6 photo, I went with a photo of the Joker. This is a femme Joker, and I think she did a lovely job of it. The character itself is very accurate towards what the Joker is, you know, just that raggediness of it, but also the bright colors. Like, she's missing one sock, which is kind of awesome. I like that in the background as well, there is those neutral colors that makes the costume pop and makes that contrast towards the coloring. I also enjoy the pose. The pose, it's almost as if she's been caught. The Batman's there and she, oh no. I also like how the camera is put on a tilt as well, and it almost looks like a funhouse, which is, again, towards the Joker's character too. So it does really well towards the cosplayer, the character, and all in all, just a great photo. For my number 5 photo, I went with another Harley. This is, again, the darker side of Harley. Harley has a very Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing going on, so I like that in this photo you get that other side of her. You know, the cosplayer decided to go with more of a dramatic makeup in the sense that she's, you know, almost like crying, and I like that it shows the character's personality in a different sense that you normally see her. You know, the Joker and Harley have a very love-hate relationship, a very domestic bad domestic relationship, and you don't tend to see that a lot in media, so I like that this brings that out. I also like that deeper purple that's in the background with more of the horizontal lines that makes the photo look longer. And that dark purple kind of contrast towards with the lighter hot red in the front as well. Even though they're in the same color family and the color palette, they just kind of complement each other really nicely. So for this photo, I decided to go with a cosplay of a character named River Tam. I actually have never seen Firefly, so some of you may kill me, but I have seen Serenity, and this character is actually really, really cool. She is a very innocent character, but at the same time, she can kick your ass, and I kind of get that from this photo as well. Like, she is wielding a weapon with blood on it. She either has killed somebody or she's about to kill somebody, but at the same time, she has a very serene face to her. I also like that the contrast in this photo is the actual skin tone of her. It's not necessarily the background or her costuming itself, it's actually her skin, and you get that very Snow White effect of that innocence to her. I also like that the background is very gritty as well. It's not necessarily like an actual scene setting to it, but it is a good background because we usually get that kind of scenery to it in like different space odysseys like Star Wars or Chronicles of Riddick or anything like that. So all in all, it does go really well together, even though it is a very monochromatic type of photo. This is a photo of a cosplay of Princess Mononoke. I absolutely love this photo. This photo is actually gorgeous. The lighting on it, everything about it, it just gives it a nice brightness to it, but you don't lose the character at the same time. You definitely see the details in the fur and the beading, the necklace, but then she has this look on her face that's very serene. The background, even though it is similar coloring towards it, and it's almost like a monochromatic tone to the photo, you don't lose the character at the same time, which is really nice. This is a photo done of a cosplay of a femme Punisher. I love the background in this one. Very simple setting. You know, it could just be the lobby of somewhere or just a wall in a hotel of some sort. But the coloring on it, the brightness of it, and the black and white of the cosplay itself go really, really nicely together. That you can't go really wrong with a girl with guns as well. Like, she's absolutely gorgeous the way it's done, and not only that, but she is pretty well covered up. Like, she's very sexy and sultry, but the only thing that you're really seeing from her is her midriff. The way that she's turned as well, you get a definite curve and a womanly feel to it. So even though, you know, she is a badass, she has that feminine effect to it as well. For those of you that don't know me, this is actually kind of an obvious choice. I decided to go with a Doctor Who photo for my number 1 choice, and I am a bit of a Doctor Who junkie. The doctor that she's actually portraying here is the fourth Doctor, who was also portrayed by a man named Tom Baker. Tom Baker was known for his scarf, so the fact that there's a white background and the only really coloring that there is in this photo is the scarf is kind of a perfect choice. I also really enjoy that she is a red-haired model. If you are a Whovian or you follow the new Doctor Who series, every time that he does regenerate, the one thing that he does ask is, am I ginger? Am I ginger? So it's kind of a long-running joke with everybody right now that, you know, the fact that she has red hair, it's kind of it's kind of cute. I also really enjoy the pose that she has here. Even though she is partially naked, she is being very coy about it, and she is still covered up at the same time. This photo was a photo done in a series as well, so I will post that too so you guys can see the differences. You know, she did start out fully clothed, but she ended up like this, and this is definitely my favorite photo of all of them. Okay guys, well that's it for me. Thank you for bearing with me on my very first video ever. I promise you I'm going to get so much better. If any of you were wondering, I will be having blog posts and videos up every Tuesday, so if you guys have any suggestions for me and what you want to talk about, any tutorials you'd like to see, put them down in the comments down there. I'd also like to thank Dana Harper for letting me talk about her today and her wonderful photography. If any of you guys want to follow any of the girls that I featured today, again, down in the description I'm going to have all their Facebook pages and all of the Geek Girl pages as well. So anything else, just let me know. Bye guys!